Okay, so let's quickly continue and pick it up from question 5. And we're being told we need to plot each complex number and find its absolute value. So we have 3 plus 4i. Okay, so to plot this, we'll have our plane like this. This would be for the real This will be the real axis for the real numbers, and this one will be the imaginary axis for the imaginary for the imaginary numbers. Okay, so on our real axis we'll plot 3, and on our complex axis we'll plot 4. So in short, the point is this one, and it will be like this. Okay, so the absolute value of this, which is for I, the absolute value will be equal to the square root of 3 squared plus 4 squared, which is just equal to a 9 plus which is equal to 9 plus 16. This will give us 25, square root of 25, which will be equal to 5. Okay, to be equal to 5. So the 5 here is the value that is here as the hypotenuse. If you consider this as a right angle triangle, but that's a 5 here. The distance from this point to this point is 5, the distance covered. Okay, so you use this same approach to solve even these other questions. So what of this one B, which looks interesting? It doesn't have any value on the imaginary axis, but you see that it has a negative 4 on the real axis. So for this one, it will just move from the center like this and be like this. Okay, to just be like that. And for which one? For C, C, and the absolute value of this one will be the absolute value of negative 4, which is equal to 4. Yeah, the absolute value of negative 4 is just equal to 4. So the distance from this point to this point is 4. Okay. Okay, what about C? For C, we just have for C, we just have a what? A negative. It's supposed to be down. We have a negative 5 in the imaginary. Make sure you write imaginary axis. In the imaginary axis, we have got a negative 5. So negative 5 maybe would be here. Okay, and it would be just like this, up to negative negative 5. Okay, and the absolute value of negative 5i is just equal to the square root of negative 5 squared, which is just equal to 5. So it will be 5 here. Okay, so you use this same approach even on these other ones. For this one, which looks a little bit difficult, what you're supposed to do is rationalize first. Rationalize and write it in its standard form like the rest. Write it in the form in a standard form which looks something like this. Then plot and find the absolute value as well. Right. Let's move on. Let's quickly move on. So fairly angle guys, if you just know what you're doing, and if you just solve a lot of questions, you find that if they ask you Any questions?